That check. Yeah, they're very involved with this. Communication. More. So I saw him during that, but I remember him talking about. And then now. There's Thomas who was talking about. Sorry, I wasn't. Oh, but I haven't. Okay. Yeah. You need the cards with. Yep. That's a, myself organized too. Oh, she's on a high down. So, I think he said he might be put something. First, that's it. Sure. Me everywhere I go. Yeah, I could go and like the fall. Yeah, the tiger. So, and the table cloth. Oh, sorry, outside. Oh, swag. Yes, because they're telling us. Yeah. This brought us back to those days, we run their air sauce, like you're gonna need to choke your hand on it. He goes, they didn't have to either. Like, the hand sanitizer. I'll take one of those. Everyone has a little, even put it in a little pot. You think outside the box, they know that. Yes. That's bad. You wanna go. And they're calling out that. Yeah. Should be. Stickers. Or stickers. And candies. Yeah. There you go. Right. Here you go. I'm sorry. Either in my paper. On Sunday. No fine. Show up. Declare unavailable. I have a meeting. Well, we'll see what happens. It's a weird, it's a weird flow, like, I don't know. Since you said one people. I don't know. Yeah. Again, it was just so spread out too. So it's just like. Yeah. The likely has gone. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, I don't want to do, I don't want to give this open face, so here, everyone, it's a plan. Right? And then it's my problem. Yeah. Oh, grab the one. You can't see it. I got it all. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so, hey, it's all done. As they was going to get hurt as like. Her name, I can try to wait for all the. Yes. Yeah. July, they said, and that's qualified from. Okay.
Yes.
That.
Oh.
And they told us that this isn't a straight red flag, it's because down the back, and we have no case, it's not. Do not change, so that's what we do, not touch it. And it's from us. So, you tell me, yeah, before I get it. Okay, that would be the better. Okay, yeah. And then. Yeah. Okay. But, and I think, yeah. It's your. A long time ago, I was even still, after the dog teaching father. They only was killed from the baby. You know, he said the song. Yeah. 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 Okay, yes. Well, are we going to start? Our paper is roasting. Somebody's. Hey, Doug. How are you?
Hi, young people.
Hey, listen, Leaper is gonna be late. You wanna kick this meeting off?
Yes, this shouldn't take us long. Yeah, I know she's gonna be running a little late. We can get started.
Thank you.
Know everyone's trying.
I'll call you later, cause I gotta talk to you about the Norwich one.
Okay,
Thanks.
we have all our participants are here.
I think so. We have. Coletta. Bell, Walker, Austin, Horn. Online, we have you. I think
Okay.
Representative Nuccio.
Yeah, I see Eric.
And
Hi, Eric. Hi, John.
there we go.
Okay. All right, guys, let's convene this meeting. If I was there, I'll bang my hand on the table with my namesake. Boom, boom. We're going to convene the meeting of the School Construction Project Priority List Review Committee. Remarks by the chair will be my remarks. Thank you all for joining us today. We do have a small agenda and very few projects on here, so we look forward to getting through these projects and answer any questions really rapidly if anyone have any. My co-chair, she's titled right now. She should be arriving sometime soon. If not, we can go through and review the priority list and answer any questions as we move forward. All right. We have a total of, I believe, 6 projects. Let me say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects. With an estimated cost of $141,717,908. I have just one question to start off. I noticed there are two elementary schools on the list.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Yes. I think the commissioner's here. Would you like her to set up and?
I didn't see the commissioner. I'm sorry, Commissioner. Please, I would love your words, your welcoming words to this committee.
I'm right up there. There we go.
Good afternoon, Senator McCrory. I'm sorry I was invisible on camera. But it's a pleasure to see you and want to also certainly say hello to the full committee here, beyond Senator Corey, Representative Lieber, who I know will be joining us, Senator Berthel, Representative Zupkis, Senator Austin, Representative Walker, Senator Summers, Representative Nuccio, Senator Bonfera, Representative Horn, Senator Fazio, Representative Coletta. I know, again, it's my pleasure to present to you the school construction project priority list review committee, the 2026 school priority building projects for your consideration. We have provided the list of eligible school building projects to the Office of the Governor, the Office of Policy and Management, and this committee, again, in accordance with Connecticut General Statute, Section 10-283A2. Section 1 does list 6 school building grant applications for your review. The applications include projects for 3 elementary schools, 1 middle school, 1 elementary through middle school, and 1 high school. The projects do include 3 new schools and 3 alteration projects. And the proposed priority list does include an estimated total project cost of $305 million, exactly $305,592,786 to be exact. And if the legislature and governor approve throughout the course of the upcoming session, the state's maximum grant amount for these projects would be $141,717,908, based on the fact that this is a school reimbursement grant. We also do want to call your attention to a list of previous priority list projects that have been approved by the legislature and then signed by the governor, and also an addendum of non-priority list projects for fiscal year 2025. These are projects that the Department of Administrative Services approve on an administrative basis under current statute, but we do want to provide that list to you for certainly your awareness and for public transparency around public funding and other projects that are going on throughout this course of the state. So for 2025, DAS authorized 31 projects for a total estimated state grant commitment of just over $31 million. So we very much appreciate the opportunity to present the 2026 priority list today, and happy to take any questions that you may have on this list or any other questions you have on the school construction grant program. I do want to acknowledge that I have a small portion of my team here today, including those that provide legal support for the school construction program, as well as our school construction grants director. So with that, I will defer to any questions that Senator McCrory has, and certainly to the rest of your committee. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation, Commissioner. Wow. I do have one question, and as I'm listening to you communicate to us, I'm looking back at the previous prior list from 24-25. Do we have an estimate of where we are with those particular projects? Are they complete, halfway complete, mostly complete? Do you know the status of those particular projects from last year?
They'll all be in various stages of progress. Some of those schools may be in various stages of procurement in terms of contracting with their vendors. Others may be still working through pre-design, in other stages within their local construction process. We can, if you have a specific project that you would like a status on, we can certainly reach out to the community. Our school grants director and that team is in regular contact with the school systems as they submit reimbursements on perhaps a quarterly basis, or as they need reimbursement for those expenses. So we're happy to provide information on the status of the last 2 priority lists and various projects, or those that have come in previous years as well.
Okay, thank you. And probably have a side-by conversation with you. I know there were some projects allocated in different communities, and I'm not quite sure if those communities are actually going to move forward with them. So I'll have some other questions for you at a later date. My question in regards to today's conversation is, there are 2 elementary schools on the list. One in Westport, which is about, I think it's $110 million. The other one, Seymour, There are 2 elementary schools, but the cost of completing these schools are almost twice as cost as one. Is there any reason why that the cost at one town, which is in Westport, $110 million, and Seymour $60 million, why there's such a big difference in cost of creating our elementary schools?
I can ask Yadira Gonzalez, who is our school grants director, to come up and provide additional information. By and large, each of these projects may have a different scope in terms of the number of students that attend such school, the scope of the project in terms of whether it's a renovation or build as new, various features of each school. But we're happy to provide some specifics around the very estimates of the cost of construction, the number of students for each school, if you'd like that information today, or we can provide that certainly after your preferences.
Okay.
So I'll ask if it's permissible by the committee to have Yadira Gonzalez for us here.
Good afternoon.
So,
So first you have to introduce the what?
oh, I'm sorry, I'm Yadira Gonzalez, I'm the new director of grant administration under the Commissioner of Government, CAS. So I oversee all the grants in the application. As far as the difference, the distinction between Seymour and Westport and the cost, there are definitely different factors that can affect them. But one of the biggest factors is that the school at Westport is expected to have a lot of square footage, so the size of the building is expected to be larger. Some of the other costs that can impact the costs between the two is if they're acquiring additional sites, and things of that nature. So, but primarily the biggest cost is in the square footage of the building.
Okay, so the square
Enrollment.
is this. So you're saying a lot of the costs associated with Westport is based on the square footage, how large this building will be?
Yes, and that's also based on the enrollment. So if their expected enrollment is, much larger and significant to Seymour, that would mean it would be a larger build. But again, we'd be happy to provide additional information as if I get
Okay.
those factors at this moment, but I'd be more than happy to provide you with the additional information.
So Senator, to also follow up on Yadira's comments, I see in the projected estimated floor area of Seymour, it says it's about 70,000 square feet. And for Westport, it looks to be about 128,000 square feet. So about double in size for the Westport project.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. And my last question would be pretty simple. How are the projects on the non-priority list? How will they get approved?
So in terms of the DAS internal review process, are you referring to?
Yeah, because I think there's a number of projects on here they are non-priority. From last year, how do you approve them? Is it internal, or how will those projects get done?
So you're referring to the non-priority list projects?
Yes.
Projects, certainly.
Yes.
Yadira, I'll also defer to you in terms of how that review process proceeds between the project, the program review team, the project review team, and your team.
Yes, so the non-priority applications are done on a monthly basis. We open those events for projects such as roofs, solar, and things of that nature. And they are open on a monthly basis. Districts have generally between the 1st and the 10th of each month to provide their applications, submit all the supporting documentation, and then goes through the review process, which generally takes us about 30 to 45 days to ensure that all the necessary data is there and available. And then once that is approved, we send out our commitment letter. So those are generally done on a monthly basis, are done administratively.
Okay, so So that it don't take a whole year for a project to get done. So let's say a school submits something in January. It's possible that that project can get on the list and completed by, let's say, September. That's of that year.
If it's a non-priority, so the best example I can give you is probably like a roof. So if a roof application came in the month of January and there are no issues with the application, we approve the application. Once the district receives their commitment letter, generally between 30 and 45 days, the district can begin their project and discussing planning, designing, architectural and things of that nature. So once that grant commitment is issued to them, the district has full discretion in moving forward with projects.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I have no more questions.
Thanks so much, Senator.
I think my co-chair is here. Rep.
I
Lee,
am.
do you have any questions?
Thanks, Senator. I was just gonna, because I'm in the room, maybe it's a little easier, I can help address Senator Berthel's question.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Commissioner, it was good to see you. Thank you for the work that you and your team do. We made a bunch of changes, as we know, to this process during your time as commissioner. I'm wondering if you just go a little bit outside of the discussion of today and ask to give you and your team a little bit of homework, perhaps. When we passed 25-174 last year, we enacted when the bill was enacted, it put the technical high schools into your area of responsibility. And now, as with all state buildings, capital improvements of these schools are under your purview. I'm wondering if at some point in the not too distant future, you can give us an update on construction in that area. And specifically, part of 25-174, I believe it was section 2N and 21K, allocated 113, almost $114 million for construction of a new Wyndham Technical High School. If we could get an update on that back to the committee's cognizance, that would be really appreciated. And I don't think that's to necessarily cast any dispersions or shadows. I think it'd be just good for us to have that part of our knowledge as we go through this process in the new session.
Certainly, we'd be pleased to do that. I think that legislative change has been really well received, and we appreciate your support of that change. So we've been in the midst of transitioning now the CTEC program into our routine construction services team. And so that transition continues. But you may be aware that we just completed the Bullard Haven School project in Bridgeport, which is an incredible project. We were delighted to complete that in terms of the school setting, and now we've gone to the athletic fields in terms of the next phase. So we're delighted to present more information on that school project. And now looking ahead towards Wyndham Tech as well, we continue to work with the delegation, the CTEC system, and then others to move forward on the next phase for plans for that, and then other schools as well that CTEC has identified as priorities. So we're really excited to be a part of that and continue to be a part of the rebuilding of our CTEC system, given the demands on that system and the continued interest in that program. So happy to provide additional information, but we're ready to go in terms of Wyndham Tech and then again, other priorities across the state for that system.
Great, thank you. And I'll just, as a follow-up to that, Representative Leeper and I had an opportunity, I think last week, to visit Cantor Tech in Waterbury, which is not in my district. It's in the good Representative Flores district. But some of the staff there, we were dealing with some of the leadership in the school, spoke to the effect of some of the changes already with how with DAS being involved at the level you are now with CTEX versus the old way. They don't have any construction going on, but it's just that I guess it's a little friendlier, a little easier, whatever you want to say. But we'll look forward to seeing that information. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thanks.
Actually, so you sort of stole my question because
That's so much.
as you know, I feel very passionate about our technical high schools, and now for sort of the education of everyone who's not only on education, is there a process through which we'll be getting updates from your team on who's sort of like on deck, what's the pipeline for school construction for our technical high schools now that they don't fall under this process?
Certainly, so Dr. Pritchard, who certainly oversees the CTEC system, between she and I, we can certainly discuss the most appropriate way to update you on construction taking place within the system, whether it's large school projects or projects that they, under their own authority, can administer. So I'm happy to take that back to her and devise the best way to update you on facility upgrades taking place within the system. They have an incredible team as well embedded within the CTEC program that coordinates, routine maintenance and other projects. And then there are certain points where our team gets involved when it's for larger projects such as the new school rebuilding. So happy to work with Alice to devise a best way to update you on projects, whether it's field upgrades or school upgrades, or other more minor capital projects, but happy to coordinate that for all.
Thank you so much. I think that would be really appreciated. Our technical high schools are just like crown jewel and that sometimes get overshadowed. So I think that would be great. Does anyone else have any questions? Seeing none. All right. May I please have a motion to approve the 2026 school building project priority list? Great. Could we do a voice vote?
Yes.
I think we have to do it.
Okay. I was informed we could. Voice vote, okay with everyone? Everyone in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. All right, motion passes. Unanimous. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And everybody who needed to vote was present. We don't need to hold it open.
So Johnson, sure.
Okay, great.
John Fontanero.
All right, we will have a motion to adjourn.
So move.
All right, thank you.
Sure, and you don't move on to.
Correct, yes. All right, so we're adjourned.
I asked before we adjourned. Right, that's why I asked before we adjourned. Hey, how are you?
Oh, it was to Kirby. Wait, who is that?
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you.